On this week's episode, you need to stay all the way to the end because at the end, Scott has a lot of blood flow. And you'll have to see what kind of blood flow he has. And I don't know why he just kept talking about it and kept talking about it and kept talking about it. But we talk about a lot of things this week. And it ends up exciting Scott. And he has a lot of blood flow. So I don't know, right?
Sure, I'll go with it.
Well, you went with it, all right. Welcome to the Don't Know Show. It's your time to unwind and leave your worries behind. This is a show being hosted by a robot and a weird man going like this. So stick around and enjoy and tell your friends you saw a show hosted by a robot and a weird man doing this. I'm the robot. I'm Steve.
I'm obviously the weird man doing this. I'm Scott. And this is a tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show, a podcast, and a live Twitch stream.
Yep, we're going to talk about what we've noticed is going on in the world today.
Yep. You know what you got to do first, right? This is something everybody wants you to do. Every single person in the whole wide world wants you to do this, and that's like, subscribe, and share our show.
Yeah, they're crazy. So, besides the Pope passing away, the Pope pooped out.
Pope pooped, yep.
We talked about that already.
Yep.
Who else died? Somebody else died.
Well, from what I understand,
Ruth Buzzy.
It's like
Ruth Buzzy.
Ruth Buzzy. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, Ruth Buzzy died.
Most of the people watching our show probably don't even know who she is.
She was 88.
Yeah, it's not really that old. I mean, it's old, but it's not. Well, I guess the average lifespan for women is 86. So I suppose she got older than average. But we're so used to celebrities who have
direct from the Don't Know Show.
Yeah.
Yeah, May 1st.
Yeah. Well, what's today, Steve?
Today, everybody, is
Star Wars Day!
May the 4th be with you.
Message from the dark side there is.
Ooh.
Yeah,
You did a good job like that. It sounded like it.
There.
Yeah, that's good impersonation.
No. Yeah, that was my impersonation. Yep.
So we don't talk about politics. Scott
I
doesn't like
don't.
me talking about politics, but it's this Star Wars Day.
It is. May the
So-
4th be with you.
So we're supposed to talk about the pictures behind us before we talk about what day it is. But since Scott did that, we're going to go into this subject. Then we'll come back to talk about the pictures behind us.
Oh, we don't have pictures behind us. That's real life.
Okay. Check that out. This guy, Sheree Dander, whatever his name is.
Okay.
Okay. He made a speech. And when I first saw him and his mannerisms, really? I watched a commercial.
Yes.
Commercial.
Commercials.
Okay. I want you to look at this guy. Look at his mannerisms when he talks. If this ever pops up. Of course, I'm not going to. Okay, look at him. See his mannerisms? See how he's talking?
Yes.
Does he remind you of anybody?
Well, a lot of people.
Does he remind you of this guy?
It's a trap.
That's who he reminded me of, tying it into Star Wars.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
That's who he
Yes.
reminded me of.
It's a trap.
So I found that amusing that on Star Wars, before Star Wars days, this guy comes out and kind of looked like Admiral Akbar. It's a trap. But did you kind of notice it now after looking at him and then looking at Akbar?
Sort of. Yeah.
Ah.
With that in my brain, I'm able to see it. Yes, but I never
Wow.
would have come to that on my own.
Yeah, but I had to come there on my own.
Yeah, that's because you're you and I'm me.
I just thought it was funny. I just thought
And we have pictures in our background that we get to talk about now.
it's a modern day Admiral Akbar. And guess what? It looks like he did the same thing. He has pictures
Yeah.
behind him and his background.
Yes, he does. Because those
So-
buildings do not look like that next to each other.
Well, yeah, they are.
No, it's terrible photography.
But yeah, Washington D.C. itself is not that big, and
No, that's true. It really is.
campus isn't that big. You've got the Capitol Building, the Lincoln Memorial, and the Washington Monument, and then you got the Reflection Pond. So,
Yes.
and then you go out of there and you can buy all the drugs and hookers you want.
Wait a minute. That's not the reflection pond. That's a skinny dipping pond.
You go off of that area, and you can get as many drugs and hookers as you want.
There you go.
Pretty funny.
Hi, Jeannie. May the fourth
Wait.
be with you too.
But yeah, I just thought it was funny. I was amused by the similarities of him. So if you get a chance to watch the video, and then come back and tell me more. Tell
There
me
you go.
more. Tell me more.
So, Steve, what is
Like,
the
did he
picture
have a car?
behind you?
What does it look like?
Well, it kind of looks like the entrance to a casino at a mall.
Really? I guess that could look like a Wheel of Fortune game, but it's not. It's one of the newer game rooms called Round One.
Round one with happy hippos.
Hungry, hungry hippos. And you actually sit on the hippo.
You sit on a hungry hippo.
Yeah, you sit on it and you pull the handle back like you would a thing, and the balls are inside.
And do you sing, all I want for Christmas is a hippopotamus?
I have no idea.
No, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Yeah.
Only a
You were
hippopotamus will do.
You were seeing my two front teeth.
Yeah.
But a majority of the let's see if I can get this. I can't get it. A majority of Round One, there's video games. It's kind of like a Dave and Buster, but it's new and it's clean, right? So it looks nice.
Okay.
But a majority of it, one of their things is they have a bunch of sharing it. Yeah, crane games.
Okay, that's different.
Look at all the crane games. And you got to
a
buy a
lot.
little card and swipe the card. But they have regular video games too. But yeah, look at that, huh?
That is a lot of crane games.
And there's 3 rows of that. There's smaller crane games on the left, bigger crane games on the right. And there's your regular video games. A lot of VR stuff where it's the regular video game. You know, like you sit and you drive the car or whatever.
Right.
You put a video headset on. Kind of cool.
Cool. Yeah. Different. Things have to change up.
Why?
So people get tired of the same old all the time. It's like, as much as I love the food at the place we go to and they're always good to us, it's like there's no variety by doing this. You know, variety makes things better.
Variety is the spice of life.
It certainly is, Ollie. Just like
But yeah,
ambrosia is the, chocolate is the ambrosia of the gods.
Who said that?
I don't know. It's been around forever, since before I was born. Are you looking it up already, or should I have it?
Well, you said it, so you should know what it is.
Alexa,
You can't bring
why is chocolate the ambrosia of the gods?
the statement chocolate is ambrosia of gods is a metaphorical expression referring to chocolate's divine status and appreciation in some ancient cultures. Ambrosia in Greek mythology was a food of the gods and was thought to impart immortality and delight. Ooh, immortality and delight. In ancient Mesoamerica, not Mesopotamia, but Mesoamerica, cacao, the basis of chocolate, was revered and considered a gift from the gods, with various cultures associating it with divine beings and ceremonies.
Because it is so much better than gruel.
There you go. So yeah,
See the things you could learn.
when you don't know show. I love when you just say stuff and don't know anything.
Well, yeah. I say what comes into my head, and my head is a mess.
And most of the time, it's made up.
No, I do have some made up stuff that I throw out there because it's funny.
So it does look like a golf course behind you.
That is a golf course behind me. Isn't that
Uh,
pretty?
I thought that was a Kentucky Derby.
Nope, that is a golf course. And I went out and I shot.
Golf.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
Well, did you
2.
shoot yourself?
I
or
shot
did
at
you-
2.
Did you shoot yourself or did you play in a scramble?
Neither.
Well, we're waiting for the
A- a-
explanation.
a
I've got
friend of
nowhere
mine-
to go with that.
A friend of mine over here at the putting green called me over and he says, check out this new club. So I hit the ball and I missed the cup by 2 inches and then I tapped it in. So I got a 2.
How far was it away?
15 feet. Wasn't a big one.
What kind of club were you trying out that only hits the ball 15 feet?
It was the putting green and it was a putter, but it was
Oh.
a really
Well,
cool
you don't say
putter.
it's a club, then it's a putter. You tried out a putter. You didn't try out a club. A putter's
All
not a
right.
club. It's like a square and a rectangle.
To me, everything that is in that bag that's not
it's
a
a
ball or
square-
a tee or whatever is a club.
It's like a square and a rectangle.
It kind of is, yes.
Yeah.
Only this one was kind of neat because it looked like it was like 2 clubs with an air gap in the middle. Kind of cool.
Did it kind of look like a space shuttle?
Kind of, yeah. That's why I thought it was, and that's why he bought it because he thought
You've
it was
never
really
seen
cool.
those?
Not that kind. No, it was like this bright, shiny blue thing.
Now I'm going to ask you a really tough question.
Sure.
You know what brand it was?
No.
Oh. So it was kind of like this one here.
Yeah. Oh, hey. No, more like they went away. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
well,
because you clicked on it.
Yeah, because you don't talk fast enough. So it wasn't that.
Okay. No, it wasn't that one. If you go back, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
But that's what you described, just so you know.
kind of, sort of, but the way you're looking at it, well, I can't tell.
That's
what
from
it
the
is.
top.
Okay.
That's looking down at it.
Okay, go back to the first page.
I'm trying to relax, Sparky.
There you go. Okay, what's the one that says PXG Allen ZT?
That one?
Yes.
That's got a back on it. Let me go to here.
Okay, that looks a lot more like it.
So it's not like how you described it then. So
Well,
they have these kind too.
yeah, no. See, what I
spiders.
thought was
Spiders are really
weird
popular.
was it almost looked like it was 2 putters, one on top of another. Putter heads, I should say.
And you don't know what brand.
No, because I was
Why are they showing it upside down? Why don't they show
I
it
was
upside-
carrying Susie's dinner and I had to go. I just did the 2 shots. Says this is pretty cool, and I was surprised that it had the gap in the middle because to me it seems not logical, but it looked really cool.
not logical. Like a
Look
spider?
at all those
Yeah, spider?
putters.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Oh, maybe like this one.
Okay. Nah. Yeah.
You have
See,
no
I'm
idea what
completely
brand.
useless. No, I have no idea what brand it was.
So it's
But
got a
it
hole in
was
the center.
blue. See the color where it says add to cart blue? That's what the color of the club head was.
No.
Blue. So, yeah, I suppose it could have been that. I was just looking at it in a hurry.
Where
and I
does it
didn't see
say? Where does it say add to cart?
Right at the
Where do
bottom
you
of your
see add to
screen.
cart?
Bottom of the screen. Add to cart. When you touch it,
Okay,
it
well, I
turns
wanna add
black.
to
But
cart.
before you touch it, it's blue. Do you see?
That doesn't decide the color of the putter, Scott.
Oh.
You are so weird.
I know that. I was just saying it's like the color of the add to cart button.
Spiders
That's
are
what
blue.
the color of the head was. Yeah. No, this is a bright blue.
You had blue balls and you got head.
I did get in the hot tub with Susie today, this afternoon.
They
Ah.
sell. How about that?
Hey, look at that cross putt.
I don't know why they always showed a picture from the bottom. You don't look at the bottom of the putter when you're putting.
Yeah, I know, but that's
See,
the
this
right
kind.
color. Yeah.
There's this kind.
I don't see your mouse moving. Oh, the Odyssey one. Yeah, there's that input, I don't know. It might have been a custom thing. Ooh. The Casco Blue looks like it. We
Yeah,
got
that's stopped and it
disconnected.
restarted. Yeah. Okay. What? Look at which one.
They're all different now from where it was at. But, anywho's, it's really not that important. It could have been a custom made thing too.
Probably
But
not.
wait, stop. Go up just a little bit. The way you were going, the other way. That's what
Go
it
down.
stop. So,
Next time, get more information.
Oh, there we go. Carl's golf hand.
Where? This one?
This. I was gonna point at it, but it doesn't work.
This one?
See now? Yes, that looks a lot closer. It's not exactly the same, but it looks a lot closer. So.
Look at all different colors it comes in.
I know, that's kind of nifty. Oh, yeah.
That'll
See,
make
also from the direction you were looking at it, that's what's got me thrown. There it is. Carl's Golf Hand out of stock. LAB Golf Mez 1 Max.
That one?
Yeah, see, look, both sides. It's got two.
That looks more like the. Yeah, but that's the side. This is the front.
It looked like that one. But I thought it was kind of cool looking.
Next time you're going to have to. I don't like that they show. That's the bottom.
Yeah.
I don't know why they show.
I should have taken a picture of it since I had the phone in my pocket, but I had to get home. Because if I don't beat Susie home, then it doesn't work right.
Then you get beat up.
No. Yeah, she's violent.
No, I didn't say that. Weirdo. Can't
All
just
right. So, we already talked about Star Wars Days. What?
Guess where we went today?
To the moon?
No, we went to Aldi's. They just opened up here in Vegas.
Ah.
Do you have any Aldi's by you?
Yes.
Aldi's has changed a lot since I've been here.
Yeah, everybody says it's supposed to be a nice place because I remember the first one I ever went to, I felt like I was walking into a warehouse. But it was small and it wasn't the cleanest.
Yeah. And it was cheap and it was Aldi's brand stuff.
Right.
The one we went today was aisles were really wide. You could fit 3 carts through an aisle. You know, not just going down, but if people were stuck on both sides, you could go between.
Right. Yes, which is awesome.
So I was like, okay, that's not good. Because I would think they would bring in pallets in. There were no pallets of food on the cart. I couldn't find any Aldi brand stuff, and the prices weren't that good. It was only 10 to 15 cents cheaper in some cases from Target. And if you got a Target card, you get like 5% off or something like that. So it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, we don't have a Target too, but we have a Target that has a grocer in it, but it's only like 5 aisles. It's nothing.
Yeah, well, there's a little more here, but point being is, the one here goes the entire side of the store. You know, if you pick like one side of a Target store,
right,
from front to back, and then all the way to the center section.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Because they call that the golden circle in the center of Target. You can walk all the way around the outside. There's like a tile path in Targets.
And then you walk
through
the
center.
middle.
Yeah, and if you walk through the middle, that's where all the expensive stuff is. But if you go around the outside, that's where you go get all your, here it's food, and then automotive, and then toys, and then electronics, and then all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got in the same, the kitty corner parking lot for Walmart is where Chili's is, and then right next to Chili's is Aldi.
Yeah, it's been pretty cold here too. Got cold again today.
Got it. Yeah. We actually got kind of nice today. Started out chilly. It was only 39 degrees when we woke up this morning.
Oh, you guys went to Chili's today?
No, we went to the usual place.
You said you started out at Chili.
Yeah. You're being obnoxious.
Well, you're being confusing.
No.
First you're talking about the weather, then you're talking about the weather, you're talking about the restaurant, then you're not talking about the restaurant, then you're talking about the... Yeah. I say it's cold, and you say no, the restaurant. Then you say it's the restaurant, and I say it's cold. Which one is it?
Neither.
Okay. So, do you know what you turned me on to a while ago that I look for when I see weird stuff?
They're good, aren't they?
No.
Oh, God.
Do you see what these are?
So freaking awesome. Yes, I love those things.
Really?
Yes.
I'm going to say no. You know why?
Oh, my God, they are so good.
They start out cool. They could be a little more sour, right? So they're called...
I will concur with that, but they're still really good.
Outrageous drops.
Yeah.
They're fat-free, and no high fructose corn syrup, which I liked about
Yes.
it. So it is a sour licorice with a candy
Correct.
shell. It's
Yep.
not a sour licorice.
No, it's
It's a
regular
so-
licorice on the inside.
it
It's a candy
says-
shell. Is
It says false advertising. I'm going to sue them. It says
sour licorice with a candy shell. You're right. That's what it says. And it's the
so it's
opposite.
false
The shell is
advertising.
what's sour. The inside is licorice.
Yeah.
We also picked up a bag of the new lemonade flavor, and it tastes like lemonade.
Well, that would be better. So there it is, right?
Yep. Our favorite is the assorted ones where it's black on the outside and they have colored fillings on the inside. Those are really good.
So sour candy.
Yep.
I'm going to sour off.
Yep.
And then you get sour off.
It's licorice. Yeah, still got a little bit in there. The funny part is I eat one little ball at a time, and you throw like 30 of them in your mouth at once.
Now the sour's gone.
Yep,
It just tastes like licorice,
that's
but
right.
little tiny bits of licorice.
Right.
I'm not liking that combo.
Again,
No
as I've
licorice.
said multiple times, if we all like the same things, this would be bad.
I'm having a hard time finding food I like anymore.
Except
Well,
you
you
always
only
think
eat-
about food. So,
No. Well, yes. But when you only eat 2 bites of food,
we want
right?
it to be good.
I would like it to be, hey, this is good.
Yep.
But it's just not happening anymore. Today I had a sandwich from a sub place, which I normally like, but the guy didn't do a good job. We ordered the banana peppers or the whatever you call them. They're peppers that have a little heat to them. They're not jalapenos, but they're
Right.
banana peppers, or what else do they call them? What else do they call banana peppers, Scott?
I don't know.
One guy
All
the
I know
entertainer
is
cooks for you.
jalapenos. I don't do a lot of spicy cooking. That's not my thing.
Well, you should know what not to put in.
I just know what to put in.
No, you
So,
gotta know
but
what not to
I've heard of banana peppers. I know I can see them in my head. They look a lot like a jalapeno, but they're yellow.
Yeah, they're a little bigger, little.
Yeah. Well, you should see how big the jalapenos grow in our garden. They're stupid. 4 inches long.
Why is this not switching? Are we gonna disconnect this
I
again?
don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
No.
There they are.
Yep. There it is. See. Yeah, that's the cool thing
pepperoncinis
about-
are the other ones they look like, but these are banana. They're not. They're not the
Peppercini.
same as pepperoncini. Pepperoncinis are different,
Yeah.
but they got a little bite to them. Not a lot. They're good, right?
Yes.
So he hardly put any on the sandwich. So I pretty much had a cheese and lettuce sandwich with mustard. And I was like, I couldn't taste the tomato. There was very little peppers. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Oh.
You know? When I say put the veggies on, put the veggies on. When I say make it Mike's way, make it Mike's way.
Okay.
Now,
I actually know what that means.
You know where I had the sandwich from?
Well, if it's from Mike's way, it would be Jersey Mike's.
Right. So I was disappointed. So that didn't go over well. Then I had a frozen curry meal that I was gonna try. I like curry. You like curry?
Okay. No.
What do you eat? All bad food?
Probably. Like today, I had country fried steak, hash browns, 2
Wait.
easy
Let's
eggs.
take a healthy chicken. Let's beat the hell out of it. Let's bread the hell out of it.
Okay,
And
this
put
wasn't
sauce
chicken,
and
this
gravy
was-
over
was-
the top of it.
Was meat?
You had steak one?
was-
You had country fried
yeah.
steak? Oh,
Right.
you had country fried chicken. All right. So you take the steak
Yeah.
and you beat the hell out of it. So it's
Yep.
probably a crappy piece of meat.
right, but now
You
it's
tenderize
tender.
it, doesn't matter.
Yep.
Then you bread it,
Yep.
and then you put a
season it.
sauce on it. What kind of
Yeah.
sauce did they put on it?
Biscuit, or it's like
right-
the same with biscuits
like
and
gravy,
gravy.
yeah.
It's a gravy and sausage
Yeah.
mix. Yeah. So good.
Okay, so way to take a healthy food and ruin it.
And make it good. Yes. No.
And what else did you have?
with hash browns and 2 eggs, I said.
I wasn't listening. I'm trying to do the new Scott thing.
Oh!
I'm not
What's
going to
wrong
listen
with
to what
you,
you say.
Scott?
What, the who?
What's wrong with the you, Scott? You
I
said the
don't-
new Scott.
I'm trying the new Scott thing. Yeah. Not listen to you.
Oh, see? So I don't know
So
why
I'm just
you
gonna
want to be
ask
listening
questions.
to sheep anyway.
I'm going to ask questions. That's all I'm going to ask.
Ah!
I'm just going to ask questions.
Okay.
So
I love that commercial where the goat screams.
screaming goat, fainting goat,
Yeah.
screaming goat, screaming goat.
Yeah, screaming goat.
You should have the screaming goat and then the goat faints. And the screaming goat and the goat faints.
Yep. All right. So what do we got?
What happened this weekend?
What happened this weekend?
Mhm.
Besides the Cubs beating the Brewers, which was sad, except for the Cubs fans who were very happy.
Well,
Let's see. What else was there?
speaking of you being at the game, we're going back. Remember I said the Cubs were throwing fans out of the seats?
Yes, you did say that to me.
And you just glossed right over that.
Yes, I did, because it would make perfect sense. I mean, deranged Cubs fans, you know.
When
they
the
have to
Cubs
get rid
were
of
in
them.
Pittsburgh
Pittsburgh.
at PNC Park,
Okay.
there's footage. Ball getting hit in the infield. And in the outfield's pretty high. There's a guy flying out of the stands onto the warning track. If you get a chance to look up the video, this guy hits like head first, and he crumples. It's not
Yeah. No, from that distance, head first, you should be dead.
good. Critical condition was the last I heard. I didn't hear if there's anything newer or any more information. But yeah, so that's crazy.
Yes.
So yeah, so good thing it wasn't you.
No.
Your
First
seats
of
didn't look
all-
that bad either.
First of all, I would have been doing a swan dive and then a tuck and roll. Let's get real.
I don't think that guy was.
No, he's probably drunk.
He just went. It was nasty. I wish we could show videos. There's got to be a way to show videos, not get
Without
shut
getting in trouble? Yeah.
off.
We've been doing pretty good so far. We've only gotten like one warning the past 3 months. That's
Well,
not
I don't
bad.
care if they give us warnings.
Right, exactly.
Just don't shut us off.
Yeah.
I think even if you put the link in there, they still shut you off.
Yeah, it's weird the way they did that, because I had to literally edit out a minute and a half of our show for that one last time that's happened. They
Well, you
would
could
not
just
let
put
it
a-
play.
You know what you could do? Instead of editing it out, you could just put a picture over it.
That's what I basically did when I said that's editing.
Oh,
So I covered
well,
it up.
I thought you like clipped it. It went.
Yeah,
here's our
no,
show,
I
and
had to
then all of a
turn off the
sudden-
volume for the minute and 38 seconds or whatever it was.
Right.
Turn off the volume, and I put one of our little things up there that says, sorry, we can't show this part of the video because of
Yeah.
copyright restrictions. We'll be back just momentarily. Don't go anywhere. That's what I did.
Okay.
You can see
Did
it.
you-
It's still on
Did you
there.
sing? Did you sing?
Oh, I should have done that.
No, you should sing. And now, Scott Thomas Entertainment.
And now the time has come. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know all the words to that song.
Well, you could pull up the lyrics and sing it when that happens next time.
Okay.
How's the OnlyPans food bus truck idea coming along?
I'll tell you something. I started out really, really thinking this was going to be cool. Well, it would be cool. And I had a talk with a couple of different people. You would not believe what a pain in the ass it is to get approval. Absolutely stupid.
Just do it illegally like how everybody else does in this country.
Yeah.
And they get
Well,
rewarded.
I have a guy that is giving me some pretty damn good advice.
Run!
The problem, well, no, he
It's a
said
trap.
There's ways to do it. The problem is my idea is not to be in one location all the time, but to move around.
It's a trap. Well, you got to have some regular locations you go to.
Well, yeah, but
The thing is social media. People will follow you.
yes, that's the concept. The other problem is we're not in the city. and it's
Why is that a
different
problem?
here. It's different here. In the city, there's people literally walking all day long outside. Just lots of people. There's nobody out here walking anywhere. They drive everywhere, and if they're going to drive, they're going to go to the restaurant or fast food place that they're used to.
There's nobody in Lake Geneva?
We don't, not really. We don't have that type of crowd here that you see, you know, these, you know, you go into Milwaukee, they actually have food truck parks where 10 units come and park and people swarm the place, right?
Yeah, but they got to pay to get in there.
Exactly.
I thought if you could get like a weekend thing, catch people coming up over the border or coming back home.
My trick is to never work weekends again, Steve, unless it's
that's where all the money is.
Entertainment.
All the ideas we have. Yeah. Well, it is entertainment. What did I tell you?
I understand
singing karaoke.
But it's that weekday thing. I've been working weekends since I was 7 years old. My wife does not want me working weekends anymore.
But she should have married somebody else.
Yeah.
Not like she didn't know.
That's what I said too. And that's not doesn't solve the problem, Steve, but thanks for playing.
I got the solution to your problem. You just don't want to hear it. I have all the answers for everybody else.
Yeah. It's a good thing that we all wear earplugs so we could hear you loud and clear, Steve.
Right. But what happened this weekend? What big national U.S. event took place this weekend?
Wasn't it the Mint Julep tournament?
Yes, it was.
See, I know some things.
Have you ever been?
No. Don't even watch it. I just know about it because it's so big.
Well, the funny part about this is I've been, and it is a whole day event. It's a whole day event.
Oh, God, yes.
You know how long the race is?
What, like 2.5 minutes?
Yeah, it's like 2 minutes. The Kentucky Derby is 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's all, you go there the night before, you camp out, people sell spaces on their lawn.
You bet.
In the morning you wake up, well, I don't know if they do this anymore, but they used to bring you out mint juleps in the morning.
Right.
Then you walk in, everybody's walking into Churchill Downs.
Big thing with hats, too. The ladies are supposed to wear hats.
It was pretty cool. Men wear hats, too. But yes.
Yeah.
So the Kentucky Derby took place yesterday. And did you hear the controversy?
No.
I don't even know who this is.
Me neither.
Do you know who Grace Potter is? Now you're into music. Who's Grace Potter?
The only Grace I know is rock and roll star.
Yeah. That's her. She's a rock and roll star.
Don't recognize her as the right Grace, though.
So she sang the national anthem.
Okay.
And some people loved it and some people hated it. Like,
uh-oh.
Grace Potter, what happened?
Okay. Well, you stopped talking. The screen went blank on my side, but
yeah, so weird, right?
Okay.
So did she do a good job or not do a good job? I don't know. But I see both stories on both sides. Again, what the hell's going on with the news?
Yeah, it's weird. See, part of the problem is some people hate change. Other people adore change. It's like I was telling you earlier, one of the biggest problems is if you do the same thing all the time, some people will stick with it because that's what they're used to. They're stuck in a rut type thing. But you lose business. You don't get new business unless you try new things. So a lot of these renditions of the national anthem, when I do it old school, just like I learned it in school, right? Plain and simple, no
just
flair,
like your alphabet? You do your alphabet
pretty
like
much.
Pretty
much.
You do it instead of the LMNONP.
No.
Yeah. That's how they changed it. You saw they changed it, right?
Yes. All that stuff but change is normal. But some people just don't do well with it.
Well, the new millennials, whatever, they're just making shit up. You probably get along, you make stuff up. But did you see the names of all the horses in this one?
No. Did you see
them?
Limited.
It's limited to 20. And it's always funny.
Horses.
There's usually some good ones. I saw one, and And I was like, oh, I thought it was going to be a better name because I was hoping, and then it wasn't a better name. So these are the names of all the horses from the Kentucky Derby.
Cool.
Citizens Bull,
All right.
Neo Equus.
No. There's no S. It's Citizen Bull.
Citizen Bull, Neo Equus, Final Gambit, American Promise, Admire Daytona, the Luxor
Okay.
Cafe, Journalism, Burnham Square, Flying Mohawk, East Avenue, Publisher. I don't know what Tizastic is.
I don't either.
Rendering Judgment, Coal Battle, Sandman, Sovereignty, Chunk of Gold, Owen Almighty, and Beza. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, Bazinga. Oh, no, it's just Beza.
Yeah, Bazinga would have been better.
Right, exactly. So I'm like, there weren't really that many good ones. I mean,
No.
my favorite horse name ever is Hoof Hearted.
Okay.
Did you ever hear the call for that race?
No.
And here he comes in on the outside. Hoof Hearted is on the outside. Hoof Hearted is on the outside, moving out.
Yeah.
Here comes Hoof Hearted.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a
you
legit
don't want to be
horse.
behind that horse.
That's a legit horse name. That's a legit, and it's a legit call. You can look it up. Hoof Hearted horse race call.
So I'm still a little bit confused here because most racetracks have multiple races in a given day, but the Kentucky Derby is literally just one race. That's it. There's no like preliminaries for
It's such a big deal. I don't know what
up
they
and
do.
coming things. Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually just a one race for the Triple Crown there and the Belmont Stakes and that. But yeah.
Yeah, because like when you go to a
But nobody
boxing
going there
match,
to watch the other races.
you go to a boxing match for the heavyweight champion of the world or whatever. They always have like 3 or 4 younger people that are working their way up, or going to a concert for like Alpine Valley. There's always the opening bands before the big band. So to me, it would make sense that they'd have a couple races beforehand that to give other horses chances to.
But they also
up in
saw a
ratings.
14 race undercard lineup.
There you go. But that's only one.
14
so-
races.
14 races. Okay.
14 races.
All right. That's a lot. That's, yeah.
Is race 12 the Kentucky Derby? Is there just one race a day at Kentucky Derby? Just one 2-minute race.
So, but those other races help horses and jockeys get to the point where they could possibly go for the Derby.
Who, what?
Eh.
Not how it works,
Like
but thank you. So who won, Scott? I know you're a big equine fan.
I'm going to say it was the brown horse.
Nope. Believe it or not, nope.
It was the black horse? Really?
No, he's brown.
Yeah.
What number?
See, you didn't have a 69. That would have been the best.
See if I can get a picture of him.
7.
70. Number 18.
18.
Yeah, he went off at 7-1 odds.
Ooh, I could have retired on that.
You got to gamble to retire.
Really? Is that how it works, Steve?
That's like playing the lottery.
How much? That is the only gambling I do. I spend $8 a week. That's it.
Really?
Really?
Wow. That's a lot.
Before I knew you, my senior year of high school,
Or
I pretty much almost paid for my first car off of gambling because I was a very good card player.
Well, yeah, that's back when you didn't have all these young kids going in there just spending stupid money and either breaking themselves or winning everything because they just stay in on everything. They make stupid bets.
Yes.
What are
But
you
for me,
doing?
what did it was I hit Goober. Oh, you're hearing the noise, aren't you?
Well, because not only you're not paying attention to me, but you're not paying attention to our fans.
I certainly am, but Goobers needed his what
He
are those
needed.
things called? He's needy. Goobers is needy.
Well, to close out the Kentucky Derby, what do you think the tickets cost? They've gone up a lot.
Well, Well, let's see. I'm going to say the crappiest seats in the place are probably $250.
SRO, standing room only, and general admission start at $366.
See, I was pretty close with the 250 there. It wasn't
But
bad.
you would have been close if it was last year's prices. They went up $100 just from last year.
Okay.
$100. It's a
I'm-
33% increase in 1 year.
I'm going to say the front seats there, the ones that cost the most, have got to be somewhere around 25 grand.
The private seats, the private suites, or the front seats?
Seats.
The reserve
seats, not
seating?
suites. Yeah.
The reserve seating. Okay, the reserve seating, not bad. Only $721 for reserve seating.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
the private suites, guess what a private suite goes for? I don't know how many people fit in a private suite, but guess what they go for?
$25K.
$135,000. What a jump, huh?
Yes.
That's crazy.
We should do that next year, Steve.
I don't want to. If I was going to do that, I'd go to a hockey game.
Well, no, I'm talking about charging people that kind of money.
Oh, sure. We don't have seats, though. But,
For
and you
that
don't know how
kind
to
of
set-
money, I'll go and make some.
And you don't know how to set up a. Why can I never remember the name of it? Patreon.
Yes, Patreon.
Website, because that's where you could charge people. Or we can
Okay.
set up an OnlyFans website.
Ooh, yeah. Don't worry, I haven't given up on it yet. I have to do, not just talk to people. I need to go into the place and find out the laws.
Paralysis by analysis.
Yeah.
Just do it. Take a page out of Nike's book. So you laughed at me when I said, wow, I wonder if we'll be able to get through all these subjects. And then look what time it is already.
Exactly.
Exactly what?
It's time for me to have my alternate personality come forward.
Hey, Scott, why
What?
don't you off
Ooh.
and bring in Funguy The Entertainer?
Hey, Goobs, here. Switch places with me. He's too busy chewing on the thing I gave him. Hi, I'm
Okay.
Funguy The Entertainer. And guess what time it is, folks? It's
Time for
time
this.
for a genuine positivity message. What do you think of that? Okay. Tulips come and tulips go, but tulips together is the best way to go.
You like how I did that? What
Yes.
did I do? I told you
Tulips.
off,
Kiss off.
go,
Kiss off.
go, right?
Giddy
That
up,
was
giddy
good.
up, giddy up. Let's go. All over the snow. Let's make it pretty yellow. I do that a lot. I have a lot of trouble getting my finger off the shift key while I'm typing. It takes too long to get it off.
Yeah, some people say that about you.
No, nobody complains about it taking time.
too
That's what
long.
they want. They don't want
Take
it to
too
be
long.
like you, 38 seconds and they're
Take too
done.
long for you to get off.
So, all right, what do we got next?
Well, I want to know why, again, you don't tell us about news that's happening in your area.
Ooh, we had something here?
Yeah, big news. Do you know where, oh, crud, Reedsburg. It's just north, more north than west, but just northwest of Madison. You know where Reedsburg is?
Vaguely. I've been through it once.
Okay.
I
They
want to
just
say
found-
there's. Go ahead.
No, you want to say there's?
Yeah, I'm thinking there's a Frank Lloyd Wright home outside of Reedsburg and a brewery. I think it might be, can't remember the name of the brewery, but there's a brewery there.
Well, when you were just a baby back in July of 1962,
Ooh.
did you hear about a woman called Audrey Backenberg?
I am pretty sure I was not cognizant of TV and radio at that point.
Or even Wisconsin, maybe at that point.
That's probably true too. My
But when
world
she-
revolved around one room and our one little house.
So back in July of 1962, when she was just 20 years old, the Sauk County Sheriff said during a review of cold cases earlier this year, the detective reassessed the initial evidence and re-interviewed several witnesses. Now, this is 60 years later.
Yes.
This lady disappeared 60 years ago. They found her.
Yes, isn't that weird? I did hear that about that.
alive.
Yep. I didn't watch the news to find out what. I just heard that tidbit.
Investigators were originally told that Audrey had hitchhiked to Madison, Wisconsin, where her and this babysitter of the family caught a bus to Indianapolis. And it was on the Wisconsin Department of Justice website. The babysitter last saw Beckenberg walk away from the bus stop around a corner on July 7th, 1962.
Freaked my beak.
That's way. She's now 82 years old, and she was found living out of state and confirmed to law enforcement that she decided to leave and had not been a victim of criminal foul play. And everybody's like, well, why would she leave? Why would she leave? Apparently, she was in an abusive relationship.
Well, yes, that's not unusual.
So everybody's like all surprised. It's like, yeah, Beckenberg this is all speculation, may have originally left her home due to an abusive husband, but it's unclear why she stayed away. Do these people not watch any of the movies where the husband comes back and stalks the wife or tracks her down and comes back and then kills her?
Yep. Once you're away, like, stay away.
I wonder why she never contacted anybody. Every movie that's ever been made on that, the woman goes away, doesn't find him, and the husband finds her and then kills her.
That's right.
Or tries to kill her, and she ends up killing him or whatever. But
yeah,
weird, huh?
Whichever plot they need for that particular show, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
But it's only Hollywood. It's not real. Well, where do you think they get their ideas from, people?
Yeah, it's a reflection of the real world.
Yes.
It's kind of funny.
You know, Okay, what else we got?
Your favorite, construction.
Construction is my favorite? I thought the signs were my favorite. They're at the bottom of the thing, though.
I skipped one, but I'll come back to that one. Starbucks has gone 3D.
Okay.
Not Star Wars going 3D.
Right. Why would
Not
that
when
matter
Yoda
to me?
first saw himself on a 4K TV and said, HDMI. No. Starbucks created their first 3D printed Starbucks.
Okay.
First 3D printed Starbucks is up.
Yay.
They had a 3D printer, and look at the walls are all uneven, just like a 3D printer does. There it is. It's a Starbucks. It's 3D printed. Ta-da! Crazy, huh?
Wonder, yeah. I mean,
wonder what? What do you wonder?
I understand that companies that have money can afford to have the percentage, available to do crazy ass shit like that for the multiple reasons of, one, being unique in the first to do it, and two, growth.
It was actually cheaper to build it with the 3D printer, ship it there, ship the 3D printer and print it there than it would have been to hire in Brownsville, Texas, than to hire local laborers to build the building.
Interesting.
What do you think about that now?
Yeah. You don't want to know what I think about that. Actually, you'd love for me to talk about it because then we'd be into politics. And we're not going to do that because I'm in a good mood.
How is 3D printing politics?
Oh, we're not going to go there.
Oh, no.
It has nothing to do with 3D printing. It's for other stuff. But anyway.
Like what?
Just out of curiosity, is if they printed, we did that show where they did the Adobe looking buildings out of 3D printing. I'm assuming it's the same process.
Well,
only
it's not Adobe looking. It's just, it looks like little rows of cement poured out and then poured on top and poured on top of it. So you get, it's not Adobe looking. It's just how a 3D printer looks when you print cement. But so it doesn't have a smoothing trowel. It would have to have a smoothing trowel to get the
flat look that,
but the flat look would crack. That's why they don't want to do it. They leave it like that because then the cracks develop. If they leave it the way it's poured with the 3D printer, then it doesn't crack as much and doesn't look as bad.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking when I was trying to sell the log homes, you had to put caulk, at the thin spot where the logs come together.
Uh-huh.
So, but with 3D printers, I guess you don't do that because they're compressed anyway, so it's not that thin at the line per se.
Yep. But ready to move on to the next
I'd like
story?
to see that get popular enough to, because one, it's efficient. Two, if it brings cost down because the materials that are used are relatively inexpensive to come by.
You're going somewhere with this. I just don't know where, and I don't think you know where. But go ahead.
I don't, and I do, because in my head I'm thinking, me. I always like to see things get better, more efficient, better for
Get
the
more better?
economy. Yeah, more better for the planet, that kind of stuff. So 3D printing has potential to be less wasteful, because when they build houses, they throw a lot of shit away, man. It's stupid.
No,
how
they
much
throw it all in the
away.
walls, dude.
Yeah.
Have you seen those guys? They throw their lunches in the walls, they poop in the walls, and they just seal it right.
Right.
What, you think I'm kidding?
No, I know you're not kidding. I've seen the videos.
Yeah, pretty funny.
Not really.
Now, if you bought that house.
Yeah. See, now, I like the one where they throw valuable stuff in there and then they come back, 50 years later and pop a hole in the wall because it was stolen.
Kill the person that's in there now.
Yeah. Just like in the movies.
You would like that, yeah. Did you see Hooters is closing all their restaurants?
No, I heard they were closing some of them, but I didn't know they were closing all of them.
Yeah, they're going to close all of them now. But that's okay, Scott. They're still going to do home deliveries.
Yeah, I guessed that one too.
Oh, yeah? What are they going to call it?
They're going to call it knockers.
You read my thing.
I had it, but I couldn't get it to come out.
And then you didn't deliver it well at all.
I didn't?
They're going from Hooters to knockers.
Hooters to knockers. Hooters to knockers.
You didn't even deliver it well. I wrote a good joke there, and then you just pissed all over it.
I was trying to go by my memory, and I lost it.
You pissed all over it like the construction workers do the carpet padding in those houses.
Yeah. How rude.
Well, you want to steal all my jokes? Go ahead. Do the next story.
No, I have a good joke for you.
Well, cover up your face then.
Yeah. All right, what's the next story? Story.
No.
We have another story?
No.
We did that one.
I'm pouting
did that
now.
one.
You ruined a good joke.
What?
From Hooters.
I'm sorry, Steve, that I ruined your joke.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. All right.
Okay,
So,
from the files of Did You Know? On the Don't Know show,
yes.
Did you know?
Did I know about the Don't Know show? Yes, I know all about the Don't Know
Did you know that Jack in the Box bought Del Tacos? Did you know Jack in the Box owns Del Tacos?
I did not know that.
It's crazy, right?
Every Jack in the Box that I've ever seen has gone out of business, so I didn't even know they were still in business.
Not crazy?
It's crazy. The cuckoo bonkers, the cuckoo bonkers.
But guess what? You know when they bought them?
Yesterday.
No, they brought them back in when did they buy them back? 2008?
Ooh, that was a long time ago.
When did they buy them?
So why were we talking about it now if this happened all the way in
Because they made an announcement just now about the future. Oh, no, they bought them in 2023.
Okay.
Jack in the Box. Was it 2023? No.
Okay.
It restarted for its franchising program in 2021. When did they buy it? When did they buy it, Scott? You bring the story to me.
First of all, like I said,
bring the story to me, and then you don't know what's going on in it.
I didn't even know what a Del Taco is.
You don't know what a Del Taco is?
We don't have them around here either.
It's like a Taco Bell.
Assuming, yeah, we have Taco Bell and Taco John's around us. That's it.
It's more like a Taco Bell than a El Pollo Loco. Do you have any El Pollo Locos?
No. Isn't there Crazy Chickens?
No.
No? Okay. Don't have those either. Like I said, but you were being not listening to me.
Well, I'm sorry.
We have Taco John's and Taco Bell's. That's
Are you
it.
talking? Are you talking?
And taco trucks. We got lots of taco trucks.
Are you talking?
Which I was told if I did street tacos, I might be popular, but
You
Eh.
don't like street tacos.
Actually, I don't mind street tacos. I think they're actually pretty good. Regular tacos to me are boring. Street tacos are different. They have good flavor.
Okay.
But we already have like 3 taco trucks in the area, so. And like 12 taco stores. Or
Taco
Mexican
stores?
restaurants. Mexican restaurants. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know. Maybe there was a thing called the taco store.
There used to be a
that could be the
taco.
name.
There used to be a taco shop, and half the building was Mexican store where you could buy Mexican products or foods. You know, that are
They
hard
have
to
those
come
in
by.
Italian delicatessens.
Yes, same concept. It was pretty good.
So if you want to do that and instead of calling it street tacos, you could call it street taco store.
Street taco store. Yes, it's a street taco store.
But
What a
yeah,
concept.
Jack in the Box is making significant decisions all of a sudden about selling all of their franchises back to the owners.
Okay.
So
That
I don't
makes
know.
no
Does
sense.
that make them?
Independence?
Yeah. And then how do they do the advertising and all that? You know, that's kind of
right.
weird part.
That's the whole reason for having the franchise is to
Right.
be able to do that.
So it's kind of a
'Cause-
weird deal, but yeah, I guess they don't want to be in a deal anymore.
Because I actually had back in the day when STE was doing really good, I actually had a TV station that said, "Yeah, we could put together this big, huge campaign for you." Blah 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 blah. I says, "Dude, I'm a little guy here. I mean, I'm doing pretty good, but I can't afford you." He says, "It's only like $30,000." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? This is more money than I make in a year."
Yeah, so I don't understand this whole Jack in the Box. Oh, maybe it's just going to sell the company. But even if it sells the company-owned franchise to the franchisees, it's going to sell the company-owned ones. Okay. They should have led with that.
Yeah, that would make more sense, right?
So they'll still charge them all their franchising fees and everything,
Sure.
but they don't want to run the corporate stores. Isn't it weird? Like sometimes like McDonald's wants to buy back all their franchises.
Right.
And now here's Taco Bell or Jack in the Box trying to sell all their Del Tacos back to the franchisees. Franchise them out. Kind of weird.
See, one of the things, because as you know, I was in corporate America back in the day, and one of the things that
You
really
weren't.
annoyed me is that I certainly was.
No, you weren't.
So
What corporation did you have?
I had that I worked for.
Well, you said, no, that's not what you said. You said you were in corporate America. Not that you worked for corporate America, that you were in it, implying that you had a corporation that was in corporate America. What corporation did you have? See, I'm listening to you. You don't like it when I listen to you, do you?
My original corporation was Scott Thomas Entertainment. But I'm talking about way before this.
Right,
So-
when you worked.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
But one of the things that absolutely drove me crazy was you had one location, let's say in Chicago, one corporate headquarters in Chicago, telling people in Louisiana that you had to do it this way. But in Louisiana, where it's 90 degrees, 90% humidity, you can't necessarily do it this way. It has to be done differently, or it doesn't work. Or like they tried to bring Southern sweet tea to Wisconsin. Nobody liked it. Duh. It's not what we're used to drinking. We're used to drinking what we're used to. Corporate America has to, so by selling back to the franchisees, this is my opinion, by the way, not fact, okay? Before you say anything.
The Don't Know Show. Scott doesn't know what he's talking about. But go ahead.
Selling back to the franchisees gives them more of that local management style, which says, hey, this is what we've been doing with the corporate. It's not working, but if we do this, because this is what our area is like, it could have potential good growth. I like
pros and cons of that strategy.
Of course.
I've worked for corporate companies that do that, and they allow the company to have the autonomy to their local market.
Yes.
This isn't going to work here, so you need to do that.
Right.
However, you have to watch. It's a fallacy, a slippery slope. That once you give them the power to do that they don't start changing other things that start causing other problems.
Yep.
So yes, you can do business the way that you have to do business in your area that doesn't work for you because of what we do. However, when you fundamentally change the business rules, then you've gotten away from it. So when I come from Illinois and go, there's a place that I know and like, and you go there and you have a terrible experience. You go, what the hell was that?
Exactly.
Or people start getting hurt because you're not following company rules or policies, or all kinds of other weird things that you know, because if they don't care about
Exactly.
the structure you've put in place, they start making up their own structure. Sometimes people make up a structure that doesn't really work all that well.
That is correct.
So that's the part of it where I'm like, just like that.
Right.
Don't know. Don't
Hmm.
think.
Oh. So, but anyway,
Well, you know what I'm surprised you didn't put up here as a show subject? We didn't talk about it last week.
we did.
Did not.
Oh, we did not talk about it last
It
week.
was another. I don't think we
Oh,
did.
was that have anything to do with what I sent you?
Yes.
Yeah. You know what I did last night?
You did some naked gardening
I did some naked gardening last night.
under the moon. Were
Under
there
the
two
moon.
full moons out?
No. Well, no. It was a full moon and a half moon. Half moon was up in the sky.
Cool.
But yeah, because I was in the hot tub and I got out of the hot tub and
You hot tub
I had-
naked?
Oh, of course.
Oh, I didn't know you were from Berkeley.
Yeah. Shit, man. Why would the hell wear a suit in a hot tub?
Go ahead.
I mean, I had to wear one today because the neighbors
do.
were out with their kids or
you do wear
grandkids. So
you do wear a suit. It's called the birthday suit. But go
yeah,
ahead.
birthday suit. Yeah. So, but when I got out, when I went to put the lid on, I realized that
You were
there
naked.
well, I didn't. I already knew that, but no, there were 2 weed trees growing up in the garden next to the hot tub. So I pulled them out. So technically, I gardened in the nude.
Did it tickle your ass? Or did that
No.
tall?
I didn't know. They were
What
only
tickles your
white.
ass? A weed tree about that high.
Yeah, exactly. So Goobers is going crazy with a box.
Good for goobers. We
Yeah,
can't see.
he might be getting
hook up
laid
a-
this week.
You need to hook up a second camera. I want video of that. We can
Yeah.
put that on the channel.
There you go. Rabbit sex.
I know.
But he's
They
not-
want to make a new breed of rabbit, which is stupid. But go ahead.
Yeah. So, well, we'll see what happens. So
We'll
they
see
may
this-
not do it.
He might not do it. He might not know how.
No, he knows how.
You
We've done this
say,
before.
F like a bunny.
Yeah. Yeah. They
We,
They-
they. What? Well, get your
the
pronouns
renters-
right. Thank you. God.
the renters had lion's head rabbits that they decided they wanted to breed with my rabbits. So they bought 3 females and they had me bring goobers over for 2 days. And we ended up with, I want to say 15 babies.
And you mated him?
Yes. Oh, Goobers was so happy.
How do you know?
Oh my
then-
God, he was happy. Let me put it to you this way. I took him over there. I stuck him on the ground. 3 seconds later, he was already at work. 3 seconds.
They do it like a bunny.
Oh my God, he did. It was just absolutely astounding. And the girls were just like, yay! It's like, holy shit, rabbit porn.
Well, you need to do it.
Yeah. Apparently, the girls wanted just as much as the boys did.
Put it up on OnlyPans.
OnlyPants, yeah.
It could be on our private channel that people pay for
Hey.
on Patreon.
All right. Okay. What else do we got? We still got time.
What else do we got?
Do. We did that one. What does this one say? It says
Kellanova. Who's Kellanova, Scott? Who's Kellanova, Scott?
How
Stop
should I
reading
know?
ahead.
How should I
Answer
know?
my question. It's not up there. Just who's Kellanova?
I don't know who's Kellanova. They didn't get reservations.
Remember, you don't listen to the show. Remember when
No.
Kellogg's rebranded?
Okay.
What's it called in America?
Kellogg's.
Kellanova.
I don't think so.
What
I
is
just saw a
Kellanova?
commercial today about Kellogg's
What-
cereals.
That's international. What does Kellogg's make?
Mostly cereals, but that's not all they make.
Kellanova makes Pringles.
Pringles. You know what Pringles are? Potatoes that didn't pass.
Yeah. So you know how they're doing all the different flavor mating again right now?
Of
So,
course, they do that.
That's
at
becoming
most.
more popular and adding protein to foods,
Oh, please don't tell
becoming
me they
popular.
did that.
right? So look what Pringles just made. New limited editions. Pringles beer can chicken flavored and grill beer brat flavored. That's right. Pringles partnered with Miller Lite. Now you can have a
Okay.
beer can chicken flavored and a grilled beer brat flavored Pringle.
All right. I still have not tried a beer can chicken. I was thinking about it last time I was in Milwaukee because I know that there's a truck there that makes it.
Why don't you make it?
Because
You could buy one beer can at the
I have beer.
the gas
here.
station.
It's not a problem.
Beer here. Beer here.
Beer here. As a matter of fact, I got 6 bottles of Budweiser left on the bus from Saturday.
It's beer can, not bottles.
Well, technically, they're aluminum cans shaped like a bottle. So what do they call them?
You don't stick a beer bottle up a chicken's butt.
You
You could up your girlfriend's butt though.
If she likes it, I wouldn't do it if she didn't.
Okay, Bill Cosby.
Nope. I'm all about no means no. Even if it didn't, it means no. Sorry. You got to start from scratch if you say no.
Well, it could get a little itchy down there.
Yeah,
But Miller Beer Can Chicken deliciously combines a flavor of savory roasted chicken, complete with a note of garlic and onion, and the authentic flavor of the original light beer. And Miller's light grilled beer brat has a smoky brat flavor that we all know and love, with the notes of black pepper, caramelized onions, and brown spice. The authentic flavor of the original light beer comes through in a hoppy malt beer aroma.
Okay, just so you know, I am going to try both.
Oh, can you get those?
If they're available. I'm going shopping on Tuesday, so if they're here, I'll pick them up.
New flavors bring summer staples. Tapping, Miller Brewing. I don't see a release date.
I hate when that happens. You know what Susie's driving me crazy on? She wants me to find the Butterfinger with these salted caramel.
Oh, she wants you to stick that up her butt?
No, she just wants to try it because it looks good. And I agree, it looks really good. But every place we go says, oh, we sold out in 2 days. It's like,
They're on eBay right now.
the Butterfingers? Or
No,
the Pringles?
Pringles.
Pringles.
But it doesn't say where else to get them. Walmart.
All right. I was just there today, too. Damn it.
Walmart has them. Pick up today. Looks like Walmart is the place. And what does she want? Butterfingers caramel?
Butterfinger fingers with the salted caramel. So, yeah, she saw that on TV and just is
Salted
going
caramel
apeshit.
Butterfingers.
Yep.
Vons. You don't have Vons by you?
No.
Uh,
We have Pick and Save, Walmart, and Aldi. And then,
Instacart,
of
Vons,
course-
Smith, Target. No, wrong one. That's the bite-sized ones. Restaurants and more. Restaurants and more. No, those are the bites at Walgreens. Oh, I don't see them unless you're getting them on eBay, dude.
Yeah, it's weird. So
Peggy and I were talking about today that we don't have out here that I found in a weird spot. Open pit barbecue sauce.
Really,
Yeah,
I haven't used that since we lived in Wooddale.
yeah, that's good stuff. But you can get it here at Dollar General.
Sweet Baby Ray's is my go-to.
Yeah, Sweet Baby Ray's is good. But I like open pit.
I think the thing I like about Sweet Baby Ray's is the original works good with almost everything, but they have a Hawaiian sweet onion blend. Oh my God, that is so good for dipping. Mm.
Yeah, it looks like you're only getting the caramel on Instacart and eBay right now.
Yeah, probably
In
stupid
this
price too, right?
restaurant and more. I don't know where restaurant and more is.
Me neither.
Holy shit. Butterfinger salted caramel share bar. 3.7 ounce, 18 per box, 8 per case. I don't think you need that many, but if you did, guess how much?
They probably got it at like $150.
371.
Yeah.
Special order.
Like I said, they said every place I went to said they had them and they sold out in 2 or 3 days.
I mean,
It's
just
weird
wow.
though. So it's like, if they sold out, did they not make more thinking that it was just a one-time deal and nobody test market? It was like I went to Walgreens
They're selling them for
on
$250 each at the store.
right.
Holy crap! Actually,
Yeah.
258 each because that's 144 bars. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Wowzers.
That's expensive.
Yeah.
And you can
Well,
try the Instacart, but they won't have them. They're only selling them for $2 a bar.
you know
I
how
don't know if
that
you get.
goes.
Oh, it says Smith's has it. So Smith's is Albertsons and Vons and Ralph's. I don't know if it's available or not. It says it's available on Instacart, but yeah, that's weird. That's
Well,
weird.
Jeannie, if you find them, let me know.
Should we end the show where we started?
Sure, why not?
I found a golf club for you to join since you don't even know what
Ooh,
golf clubs are. You had a putter and you called it a golf club.
it's a putter. It's a golf club. It's the same thing. You go golfing
Yeah.
with it, and it's a club.
Well, I found a club that's you could join.
They do have them.
A golf club.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just because
Club.
of this club.
Club. Golf club
Okay,
you could join.
golf club. Go. What is it called, Steve?
I don't know. What do you think it's called?
Scott's Golf Club.
Yes, it is.
Yay!
Do you know some of the rules of golf? You say you're not a sports guy, but I'm
Well,
going to
of
quiz
course I know some of them. We did this once before, and I got half of them right.
you. I'm going to quiz you. You ready?
Okay.
Scott's on the golf course. He's in a tournament, and he hits a hole in one. What must you do at the end of the round?
Pay for the drinks.
Yay! And guess what golf club you can join?
Tito's.
And guess what happens if you join the golf club?
You get a free hole in one.
No. The benefits of membership. By joining Tito's Golf Club, you'll be entered into the Tito's Club sweepstakes. You'll receive occasional emails filled to the brim with golf news, events, including recipes, and a chance to win quarterly prizes and more. Here is the big good thing you get. Tito's hole-in-one insurance. Getting a hole-in-one is something worth celebrating. Now you can actually you
actually
can. With Tito's hole-in-one insurance. If the unbelievable, unthinkable, almost unachievable happens to you, Tito's has your tab covered. Hey, if you and your friends aren't paying for drinks, why should you? You're the one who made the best shot. Join Tito's Golf Club below and keep an eye open in your inbox to learn more on how you can enter the official Tito's hole-in-one insurance. And you get a card
Makes
there.
perfect sense to me.
They'll buy the drink. Tito's will buy the drinks if you get a hole-in-one.
Yay!
Isn't that funny?
But is that only for your foursome or is that for your whole group?
I didn't. So if you go to TitosVodka.com and the golf club, you can join the golf
Right.
club.
Yeah, one of the tournaments I was in, either last year or the year before that, we had a hole in one, and everybody in the place got a free drink from him.
Yeah, exactly. But you should join. I'm going to join the club. You should join the club.
Of course, that means I have to play golf.
No, you don't. Well, I mean, you still get the other stuff. You get like the polo shirt, and you can win prizes and
Yeah.
Tito's coupons and stuff like that.
Cool beans.
And if you win the sweepstakes, you can get a golf bag, a golf club driver, a Tito's golf club driver, a polo shirt, and it's available 1/2/25 to 12/31/25. That's cool. Got to be 21 years or older. That's cool, right?
Exactly.
I just like the insurance that you could get. You could win the insurance. So
Exactly.
you got to win to get the insurance, but then you actually have to hit a hole in one.
Yeah, that's the trick, right?
Good luck with that.
Exactly.
The mini golf count?
Yeah. Yeah.
I get
I
hope.
do that. Yeah. It's really weird. When I played mini golf frequently, I'd get at least 3 in a game
That's all.
during a round. What?
That's all.
Well, hole in ones?
Yeah.
They got all the damn, the things moving around in them, you know?
That's all.
Mini golf.
Yeah, that's a bad game for me.
Oh,
That's a terrible round.
yeah.
And in the
So
words of my
anywho,
cousin, Danny Solomon, Steve, we've been golfing all week. We're just doing this mini golf while we're waiting for the airplane to leave. So we're just going to play a quick round of mini golf. You don't have to take it so serious.
right.
I go, Danny, I'm using the house putter. I didn't go grab my putter out of my bag. I'm using the house putter. I'm using their golf ball. He goes, relax, man. It's just mini golf. I got like 6, 7 holes in one. He's like, you don't have to figure every hole out.
Why not?
I go,
That's
yeah.
what you play for, right?
Yeah. All right, Scott. I don't know what they have, but Jewel and Walmart by me have them. And I remember what Jeannie said was what they had.
The
So Jeannie will get them for you. And then you
Butterfinger.
get them from her.
Yeah.
Tell her how many you want. But you got to go down there and get them.
Okay.
You're down there, or have Jay bring them up
Oh, that's what I'm thinking. Jay's not too far. But-
from O'Hare Airport.
Oh, is that where I thought she was in Wooddale.
Where do you think Wooddale is?
It's not O'Hare Airport. Well, I guess it's not that far, but yeah.
The west side of O'Hare Airport.
Yeah.
Planes fly over her property all the time.
Well, of course they do. You got to remember, we used to shoot slingshots up at the airplanes when they were prop jobs and they were low. The jets were higher by then.
Well, she's not going to be flinging Butterfinger bars at the airplane. What does that have to do with her being close to O'Hare Airport or not?
Absolutely nothing, Steve.
See,
I said I grew up there.
You did not grow up in Wooddale.
I certainly did.
No, you didn't.
Certainly did. I was born and raised there. I didn't move out of
Right.
Wooddale until I was 16.
Wait, she didn't live in Wooddale. Does she live in Wooddale? Where does she live?
I'm pretty sure she lives in Wooddale.
It's down
But
Irving Park.
Yeah. I was off of, I was on Pine
You
Lane.
closer to
Pine Lane.
83?
Yeah, I was very close. 83 was third of a mile.
All right, so you were on the west side.
Yes. So
It's been a while since I've actually mapped it out.
83 in Irving, I could get there on my bike in 4 minutes. So that's where I was. I went to grade
You went to
school in
school?
Bensonville.
Okay, so there's O'Hare Airport. There's York Road. There's Wooddale. Yeah, Wooddale's not that far. You got
No.
Bensonville, so you come out. Bensonville is right against the airport. And then Wooddale's
Correct.
right next to it.
Yes.
Oh, there's 83. I was thinking of.
See, if
what
you
the hell
go
is-
if you go to 83
what's
in
the,
Irving,
what's the road? What's the road? I was thinking more of not 53. What's the one that goes past Woodfield Mall?
that's 53.
Okay, 53. I was thinking more of 53. Okay, yeah, 83. Yeah,
So
Okay.
if you look at 83 in Irving on
it's
your
not
map,
that
you see
far, dude.
No, I know.
That's like
When-
feet. It's not even miles.
When I take my friends to the airport and stuff, sometimes I go to the Portillo's in Elk Grove, which is also right by Wooddale.
I used to live in Elk Grove. Weird. You're weird.
Yep. But yeah.
No,
if
no,
you-
Elmwood Park, not Elk Grove. Elmwood Park.
Okay, that would make more sense.
I live in Elmwood Park,
Yeah, that's where Russell's barbecue is.
part of Chicago. Gene and Jude's hot
Gene and
dogs
Jude's also there. Yes.
right by the river.
Yep. So
Cool.
anyway, guess what time it is, Steve?
Time for you to tell me a word and make me smarter.
Yes.
Correct. Wooddale, 83 in Irving. Chicago took part of Bensonville for the airport. There you go.
Do you have any idea how hard
No.
it is on people that
I
are
have no
super
idea how hard
sensitive?
you are. How hard are you?
with allergies.
How hard are you? You said, do you have any idea how hard you are?
It's not what I said, and you know it.
That's exactly what you said.
No.
You mean I wasn't
So-
listening again?
Yes, you were not listening again.
Okay, so back to the story. How hard are you? Sorry.
What I said. It is
So how hard is Scott?
that time of year that everything is starting to bloom and
Yeah.
and
Scott gets
pollen,
hard.
tree pollen is going super high right
He
now.
likes to pollinate stuff.
Grass pollen is starting to go. It is allergy season. Yay!
When you
And do
sneeze,
you know what an allergy
get a hard
really is, Steve?
a hard on?
No. It is
A flow
it
of
is
blood
the
flow?
susceptibility to
A lot of blood
Oh.
flow?
no. It's a state of being
That's annoying to
susceptible
you?
and easily affected by
Am I annoying you?
nature. No, you don't know me, Steve.
Is it exciting you?
No, it
you getting
doesn't excite
excited?
me either, Steve.
I think you're getting excited.
But I might go back out in the hot tub again tonight.
Naked hot tub.
Yep.
Cool.
We wore our swimsuits this afternoon because the neighbors who were out with their kids were grandkids.
I need to get my fire pit set up.
Yeah.
I got a fire
We'll come
pit.
over and make s'mores and then smear
Yeah,
them
you can
all
have
over.
some more.
Yeah, more. S'more.
Cool. So what was our word of the week?
It was allergies.
Oh, I thought it was hard on.
No.
And what does
No.
allergies mean?
It means you're susceptible to nature's pollens or other things.
I thought allergies are a result of your immune system response.
Being overwhelmed.
No, I just thought it was a response.
Yes. Not.
I thought
not-
allergies are just your immune system's response.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I copied and pasted it what it was.
Well, I'm going to read what it says here.
Don't
It says,
get them.
allergies are the result of your immune system's response to a substance. Immune system responses can be mild, from coffee and a runny nose to a life-threatening reaction known as anaphylaxis. So, like if you're allergic to peanuts, a person becomes allergic when their body develops antigens against a substance. That's not what you said.
Because they're having
nothing-
susceptibility.
That has nothing to do with
Technically,
it.
the word
Hard
was
on.
supposed to be susceptibility, and I don't know why it switched them backwards like that. But I just went with it anyway.
It has nothing to do with getting a hard on.
And I'm trying to figure out why Jeannie says not to get them.
Don't get them what?
I'm wondering if it's the
Don't get allergies?
either that or she's still working on the Butterfingers.
So what's the deal here? So allergies are supposed to be what?
The word was supposed to be susceptibility. Was supposed to be the word of the
Well,
week.
susceptibility is down there, not allergies.
Yeah, I know.
Why did you put allergies up there?
I don't know.
Is your heart on getting away?
Maybe.
I think you did. So is that next
So-
week's word then? Susceptibility?
Maybe.
Well,
see.
susceptibility doesn't mean the same thing as allergies. Susceptibility is a tendency to be affected by something.
Yeah. You
Some
know
people have
what
greater
we've been affected by?
Oh, some people have greater susceptibility to hard-ons than others. Is that you?
Sure.
All right. So a susceptibility is a type of weakness, but a particular kind. If your knee keeps getting injured, then you have a susceptibility to hard-ons. If
There you go.
alcoholism runs in your family, you probably have a susceptibility to being hard all the time. Some people have susceptibility spending a lot of money, eating too much, and when you have a susceptibility, there's something you can't resist or fight off, like a hard-on.
Ah,
I'm just reading it right
Sure.
there.
weirdo.
Yeah.
All right,
Put
Steve.
it there.
Say it, Steve. Say it, Steve.
Well, thank you for having a hard-on.
And if you feel our show's not a bad decision with the hard on,
Yeah, you got more.
no, I forgot what it is now because you made me screw it up.
Is your hard-on getting in the
Oh,
way?
like, subscribe, and share. Yeah, do all that kind of good stuff again.
Yeah, please do. Helps us out. And we want you to live every day, and we'll see you on the next show.
Be genuinely positive, live and love life, and have a good one.
Yay. All right, recording stopped.